performance. This is like a recharge, like a high voltage recharge. I think that's going to charge me up for the next 1 week. And let's not forget, we are talking about timeless wisdom. We are talking about timeless wisdom of Gandhi ji. Rightly put by dear students, Gandhi Giri. One line, thank you. One line that stuck with me was Bande mein tha dam. Bande mein sahi mein tha dam. Independence was a very impossible dream. It was an impossible dream. And that reminds me because being a founder of Suicide Free India is an impossible dream. There is no country in the world which is suicide free right now, and it is very difficult to talk about this because it makes people uncomfortable. But someone needs to do it, because जिसमें दम होता है वही dare कर सकते हैं dream करने के लिए. और thankfully today the students taught me that to have impossible dream, बंदे में दम होना चाहिए. Thank you, children, for reminding me of my journey as well as the mission of impossible dreams. Mission impossible, I call it. But yes, impossible always says I'm possible. So I am Mitali Jaiswal, Dr. Mitali Jaiswal, and I am also a Gurukulite from the parent side because I have been a parent, proud, pampered parent of this school, and normally I'm on the other side waiting for the speeches to get over so that I can click the good picture of my kid. But today on the other side I can sense how important it is to talk about certain things. We know that we spoke about children, and I don't want to speak about the children, but because look at them. Look at these guys, so powerful, so confident. There was a small girl, she had dandiyas in her hand and she was crying all the time. Even on the stage today, I learned something. The teacher did not give up on her. The teacher stood behind her and helped her pick up that dandiya and dance. And you know what she did? That little child, she danced all the way, crying throughout. She completed her dance, she completed her step even though she was crying. That today, that teacher changed the life of that girl. She understood today that no matter what, however you are feeling, the show must go on. You need to do what you're supposed to do. And for us also as parents, even on bad days, we still have to do what we are supposed to do. Even if we are crying, cribbing, in pain, you still have to. You are all here supporting your children today. So you're all here even on bad days. I'm thankful that I'm part of this community where we have parents who have chosen this school for the values that this school. I remember one incident, Sushmita ma'am was here. I went to one of the PTMs, okay? And I entered the school and I saw Sushmita ma'am and I greeted her and she greeted me back, and then she told my son, congratulations on winning the Green Olympiad. And do you understand, there is only one principal, there is only one school head, and how many students are there? She remembered that Vihan has won the Green Olympiad. For me it was not that a bigger deal. But she remembered, and that day I felt that this is the right place and I'm in good hands, and that's why I call myself a pampered parent of Gurukul, because we are pampered as parents here. Thankfully for all the hard work the teachers put in. Because I don't want to talk about the kids, they are too smart for us. I want to talk about the elephant in the room. And that is the modern parenting. Parenting is very tough. We all know that, right? As parents, it is not easy. हम उस ज़माने के लोग हैं जहाँ गोल switches होते थे और उसमें ऐसे switch on करना पड़ता था. Goal switches, people remember? Do you remember? Yeah, thank you. But these kids, they are not used to those switches. Now they wave their hands and the lights are turned on. In fact, they just have to say, Alexa, turn on the lights. right? So how do we parent such kids? How do we deal with this? I was on the airport and there was a 9-year, 10-year-old small boy. He asked, ma'am, can I borrow your laptop? I need to search something. I said, sure, why not? And I gave the laptop and he said, something is wrong with your laptop, because it's not working. I said, it is not a touch screen, it is a normal laptop. Sorry, I'm not carrying my other laptop because I was too embarrassed to say this is my only laptop. Because they are so used to touch screens. And how do we tell these kids कि bottles भरो fridge के या plants में पानी डालो, because they are so used to a different way of functioning. It is difficult. It is difficult being parents for such kids. And because हम गांधी जी की बात कर रहे हैं आज, so कुछ timeless wisdom based on my understanding and my learning, being a mental health advocate and working with the top leaders of this country. I worked with parliament members to IM pass out, ISB pass outs, vice presidents, CEOs, CFOs, and I have learned something. Because even if you do the best with your kid, they are still going to complain about you when they are with their therapist. So don't worry about parenting too much, okay? The best thing a parent can do to their child is what exactly you're doing right now. Stay away and cheer for them. Let them do what they are supposed to do. That is the best thing. That is the best thing you can do as a parent. By not interfering in their journey, by just being a supporting, cheerful leader, cheerleader, and not interfering in their journey. Because trust me, parenting is not about the parent. Parenting is about the child. When you compete your children with other people's children, Sharma ji ke ladke, बगल वाले पड़ोसी के लड़के के साथ जब आप compete करते हैं, the competition is never between the kids. The competition is between the parents. And let's not make it about that. Let's not make this competition between the parents. उसके marks ज़्यादा आए, उसके marks कम आए. So my 3 timeless piece of advice that I want to give, okay, and ignore it if you want, but this is same like Gandhi ji's advice, very timeless. My first advice is balanced independence. You need to make them go through their own failures. You have to make them take their own decisions, but in a balanced way, of course. Because there is no school like Gurukul for parents. There is no parenting school. We are not told how to parent, how we are graded as parents, whether we are good parents or not, and what variety of kid will you get. So because we are never trained as parents, let the children decide their own journey and give them independence, but in a balanced way. Advice number 2 that I want to give is open communication. When I gave the example of my clients being from IIM Ahmedabad and IITians, some of these top institutes are creating individuals who are not able to sustain a single job. Even with all these degrees, they are not able to sustain a single job. They are not even able to sustain their marriages, their relationship. They don't even have single friends. Because even though parents ने बच्चे को ये तो बताया कि मैथ्स में कैसे मार्क्स लाए जाते हैं, बेस्ट कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट, पर पीपल स्किल्स नहीं सिखाई गई. कभी ये नहीं सिखाया गया कि दिवाली पार्टी है, यू डोंट फील लाइक गोइंग, डोंट गो ना बेटा, यू स्टडी. पर उसको कजन्स के साथ कैसे रहना है वो कौन सिखाएगा? वन कजन इज बुलिंग, उसको कैसे हैंडल करना है? हु इज गोइंग टू टीच ऑल ऑफ दैट? दैट इज व्हाट आवर ड्यूटी इज. You have to have that kind of communication with the kid so that he can open up. And I'll tell you my personal formula that I follow with my son. Whenever I want my son to talk to me about something that he's going through, and I know that he's going through something, he's sad or upset and he's not talking about it, what I do is I share my own personal problems with him. And I'm never lying about it. I'm telling him honestly about problem with a client, about problem with my business, about someone who hurt me. And when I talk about my problems, suddenly he feels like giving me advice and talking about his problems. That's how you communicate openly with your child. Because trust me about this, they have excellent advice sometimes. They have excellent advice. They are much more wiser than their ears. And when you do this kind of open communication with them, at one point when they are in 9, 10 standard, they will shut you off. They will shut you off. Make sure that when they are in trouble, they can communicate openly with you. Because students are going through a lot of stress after 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and if the communication, the channel is not established now, you're going to find it very difficult doing it later on. And my third advice and the final advice is make them uncomfortable. Make your child uncomfortable. उनको तो खाना भी branded चाहिए. They will not eat burger from a normal place because they want even the food to be branded from a specific joint. Make them uncomfortable. उनको ढाबे पे खाना खिलाओ. उनको ऐसे situations में put करिए purposely जहाँ पर they feel uncomfortable, because environmental mastery is something that is not taught, it is learned, and that can only happen when you expose your children to unexpected experiences. The more you make them uncomfortable, the more chances are for them to survive in this world. It is a very difficult world out there. I hope we do great parenting without interfering and be great parents. Thank you so much.